Hey, my name is Patrick Hancock, and I'm here to explore games on the website itch.io. Tons of new games are uploaded to this website all the time. Are they all great? No, not really, but there are a lot of good things on here, so let's see what we can find. First up here is Northbound. It's an adventure game about a group of friends who have recently graduated college, and they are going on a very long road trip to hopefully rekindle some of that childhood wonder and magic that they once experienced now that adult life is headed their way. In reality, this game explores themes of growing apart and adulthood versus childhood wonder, and it can get pretty heavy at times. Despite the simple graphics, the game really explores themes that many adults will kind of connect with. As a game itself, it's rather simple. You interact with the environment to the point where you can pick up the Polaroid camera, take pictures of them, and they will be posted on like the corkboard in the next scene, which is really interesting. And you can throw things around, you can give people beers, all that good stuff. That being said, sometimes certain scenes feel like they just kind of linger. Like it's like waiting for you to either be in a certain spot or do something, but that's not quite clear. And the game only takes about 30 minutes, and apparently they're working on a larger version of this because this was like a bachelor's thesis for them. And I absolutely look forward to that. And you can't go wrong for a free 30-minute experience that really kind of hits on some heavy themes. So this is absolutely worth checking out for anyone interested in an adventure game that might explore themes like that. Next up here is a game titled The Shadows That Run Alongside Our Car. It's a visual novel that takes place during the zombie apocalypse as two characters drive away from their experience in the zombie apocalypse and just kind of have a conversation. I kind of wanted this to have like a Zombieland type feel, you know, the scene where they're in their car just kind of talking. One of my absolute favorite scenes in Zombieland is just them chatting and having that kind of personal interaction. And this goes for that vibe. And as a player, you choose as one of the two, the male or the female, to experience the story from. And you make dialogue choices and hear inner thoughts. And then the idea is that once you've finished one side, you go and you play the other side to kind of fill in the story. Now, the writing's fine and the character development is fine, but overall this really didn't land with me. I kind of left wanting more, or just kind of, I don't know, expected maybe something else? I'm not exactly sure, but I came away with this feeling a little empty inside. And maybe that's the point, that it's kind of this unfortunate series of events and it's not going to get better, and that's just how I'm supposed to feel at the end. I don't know. In addition, I don't know, I played this through the itch.io app, and the text kind of stuttered the music and the sound effects were popping, and it absolutely did not positively impact my opinion of this game. But I don't know, it's quick. It took me under 40 minutes to play both sides of the story. So if you're into that kind of stuff, it's free. Check it out. Like I said, pretty well written. It just kind of left me wanting more at the end. Last up, we have Bird of Passage. This has players taking the role of a sort of intergalactic being stuck between worlds in a bit of a limbo state, looking for closure and peace. It's kind of hard to explain overall. Essentially, it's a puzzle game in which the player navigates these dialogue trees to find clues about this character's past and what will give them closure to move on. It's a recursive game in that you'll experience the same 3 taxi rides over and over again until you discover which dialogue paths are quote-unquote correct. But to do so, you need to explore most of them to kind of get these little hints along the way. That can kind of sound boring, and it'll probably take you under an hour to complete entirely. And towards the end, it can feel a little bit tedious, but exploring these unique scenarios, because, you know, the intergalactic being bit certainly makes for some unique stories, it's really engaging, and it's well written, and the environment and the music are just kind of ethereal and enjoyable to the point where it does kind of feel like a complete unique experience. And hey, it's free, so absolutely recommended for anyone interested in this kind of detective light kind of game.